All right, fight fans, this young man is not only a Twitter savage, he's actually one of the best fighters in the world, our guy, Shakur Stevenson. Thanks for joining us.
What's going on?
A lot to talk about. I mentioned Twitter because I want to get into that ASAP, but after we want to talk about what's next for Shakur. I'm going to jump right into the It Is What It Is, which is Mason Cam'ron's podcast that has become popular. You know, These are two rappers from more our era than yours, and he made some comments about never wanting to watch you again, that he was bored, yada, yada. I put out an Instagram post stating that can really affect the fighters. They can influence casual fans, right? You don't know how it can affect the fighter because people don't understand the sport, and they might take what he's saying and say, all right, I'm not going to watch Shakur next without even knowing. But give me your perspective on why it bothers you when a guy like that says something about you.
Because them guys is clowns to me. I think that they picking favorites. Like, they really only got favorites. So if they like this guy, they not gonna like this guy.
So it's about Tank, you think, because they like Tank?
Come on. Like, if we're gonna be real, like, it's about they like this guy and not liking this guy. And this guy could beat this guy. So now we gotta down this guy to big up this guy. But truthfully, it don't gotta be that way. It could be, you know, we both young black kings, you feel me? So it's a certain way you go about things, and making a fake video, you fake watching the fight, cap. I'm gonna call cap, that's lame as hell, but truthfully speaking, I just feel like they also don't know about boxing. They don't have no knowledge about the sport of boxing. They don't, you know what I mean? People was called boring. Y'all not the first people to call a young black fighter boring. Floyd was called boring. Andre Ward was called boring. Pernell Whitaker, when he moved against the dude that he got robbed, his first fight, they called him boring.
Oh, Ramirez,
Ramirez, there you go. Bud got booed in fights before, and truthfully speaking, this not the first time, so they just don't know the sport of boxing. They playing right with the fans that, not the fans, the people that want to put that agenda out there, the people that want to go with that narrative to stop me from getting the fights that I want, they're playing into that. So I just kind of lost respect for them dudes. I don't really, like, it ain't really bothering me because at the end of the day, regardless on how I look at it, it's all good. Because you saying my name, you talking, my name going up. So even if y'all say like, oh, a fighter, I mean, they what you just said, you say, the outside people that don't watch boxing probably will not want to watch it because of what they said. But you also got to look at the aspect of the outside people that don't even know who I am. Now you talking about me.
That's what I mean, the casual fans that don't understand. Now you stopping the opportunity from them looking for you now.
But you talking about me is bringing my
profile up.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
So wouldn't it be better to, like, because Floyd dealt with that a lot. Obviously, Floyd dealt with it on a different level because he transcended the sport so much. So a lot of people were saying negative things about him that didn't really know the sport, like you say. But isn't it better sometimes to take that Floyd or Jay-Z route and be like, I'm not going to even respond to that because I'm bigger than that?
I mean, that's how certain people would feel, you know, but me, I'm going to say what I feel. If you say, okay, you suck, you're not a good boxer, you boring, I'm going to say, who are you? Who are you?
You're not going to just say that. You're going to say a whole lot of other things too.
I am. Now, if you somebody and you got a background of doing, I'm going to talk about you. Like
you mentioned accepting Roy Jones's criticism in a good way, right? You said, you know, the OG respected it because he said you need to work on something, right? So can anybody, a journalist that maybe not fighters but been covering the sport for a while, can they say something negative about you without you being upset, or you on attack mode if they say something negative?
It's also about the delivery. Now, if you say, oh, well, he's not a boring fighter, that's what Roy was saying. He's not a boring fighter. He's not this. Look, he just needs to make these tiny adjustments and this, that. Okay, cool. The delivery,
that didn't bother you at all?
The delivery was perfect. I understood it. Okay, don't double or triple step back. Take one step back and shoot. Okay, I got you. Understood. Now I'm gonna go in the gym, work on it. You're great. You telling me something that makes a lot of sense for my game. Okay, I got you.
You know how I feel about it? It's like sometimes boxers get a bad rap because this is the only sport where you have to finish the fight the way we want you to. Because you could watch basketball, and as long as your team win, you good. You don't say, I need to see a certain amount of dunks. I need to see a certain amount of passes. But in boxing, you say, if you don't get the knockout, I don't like it. I don't think that's fair.
I disagree with that.
What's up?
I think it only goes that way for a certain color of fighter.
You think so?
Yes, I'm 100% sure that. And how I feel is like, and I love like my people. I love my people. I appreciate the ones that do support. But us people don't support each other.
Yeah.
Like we don't support each other. And the fact that
I can see that.
somebody like Lomachenko, when I watched Limo Pedraza, I didn't think that was the most entertaining fight.
Yeah.
But the other like side of it, you know, the other people where they feel as though that is a entertaining fight. It was one of the best fights. Oh, look at they pulling up highlight clips, all types of things. But when it comes down to me, if I'm in the pocket and I'm touching the guy's moving, they gonna make it seem like, you know, I'm in a bad fight, it's boring, but it's more so our people just not standing with us.
We have to talk about it. Rumors are that Matchroom is the promoter that most excites you. I don't know if that's true, but that's what people are saying. I saw you ringside with Eddie Hearn in Philadelphia on the Boots fight, looking real cozy and comfortable. Is that what you're thinking?
I got nothing but love for Eddie Hearn and his promotional company, Matchroom. I ain't really make no decision yet though. Like I'm not locked in, and I ain't make no decisions.
But are you narrowing it down? Like, do you have an idea?
It's gonna happen. Whatever happens is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen the way that it's supposed to happen, and that's how I look at it.
When are you gonna make an announcement?
Don't know. We gotta sit back and wait.
Is this weekend here in Los Angeles? Which I saw your manager Jay Prince here.
Yeah.
Obviously, Matchroom is here. Is there going to be a meeting this weekend about that? At least give me that. Are you guys having a meeting?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. That's a yes, folks.
Meeting already took place.
I'm keeping the business.
But
like,
what about this?
I ain't trying to tell
you. Do you be feeling pressure because you got to sit with every single body, and the people that treat you good, just like when you was coming out of the Olympics, Floyd was treating you good. They was courting you and all of that. Does that put pressure on you like that? He done flew me here. He done put me in a nice hotel. He did this for me. Do you feel pressure?
Nah, because it's a business, so you gotta understand that in business, it's about you. It's about like what they can do for you. You are the ultimate. You are at the top of the list. So
right.
I put myself first, and I mean I appreciate anybody who would like do them things. But truthfully speaking, it's about who could put me in the best situation, who could give me the biggest fights, who could help me out in that aspect. So.
Because the whole world thought you was going with Floyd back in the day.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to talk to Floyd once I leave here. Most likely, yeah.
Oh, okay. And what about Al Heyman and the PBC? Have you had a conversation with those guys?
I was talking to my guy. What's my guy? My guy, the twin. The Watson twins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, everything is up in the air. I'm willing to talk to everybody here, everybody out.
But are you looking for a long-term, like a multi-fight deal, or can it be a fight-to-fight basis like some fighters have done?
That's what I'm really looking for, like a fight-to-fight. But
so you can fight anywhere.
Yeah, but truthfully speaking, like I said, I'm talking to anybody.
But obviously, DAZN has taken over the sport, so it's a great platform. What about family? When you started making money, who came to you with a crazy request? And you're like,
man,
what?
Yeah.
Like, what's the craziest request from a family member to you for money?
$10,000.
For what? What did they say they wanted for?
I don't even remember. I can't even tell you.
Cousin, brother?
$10,000 was like the highest. Where it was like, all right, now y'all tweaking.
You said no?
Huh?
Did
I
say
said
no?
yeah.
You gave it
I'm a good-hearted person,
You
so
still
like,
gave it to him?
yeah.
Now I know who to ask.
That's what I was thinking the same thing.
Nah, don't come to me. I'm ignore this shit.
Here's an argument that I was in. I only dipped into argument. I came back out. But people are saying Loma right now is ducking Tank. Even though I think he has a good excuse, he barely even want to continue and fight Kambosos. How do you look at that?
I mean, it's just disappointing to watch, like, the way Lomachenko is moving. Like, I truthfully, because I feel as though, I kind of get the Tank argument just because of, like, all of the years the fight could have been happened. But now Limo
That was
feels-
Tank's fault.
Yeah.
No, that's
Floyd's
what he's saying.
fault.
That's
Okay,
what
yeah.
he's saying.
So I get it.
Right.
I get it. But I just don't like the way he moving just because of the fact that he did the same thing with me. It ain't like this the first time he did it. It's just now.
You mean Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Right.
It's now it's on a bigger stage and like the whole world paying attention. But truthfully, like when he did it with me, everybody just
Yeah, and I want to retract that. I'm not
just
saying that.
thought it was regular. Like okay, whatever.
I don't mean if it was
crazy.
Tank's fault, whether it was Floyd, Mayweather Promotions, but when Tank became champion at 130, obviously that Loma fight was there for years,
Yeah.
and it never happened. Even after being champion, Floyd was still saying he ain't ready. He ain't ready.
How do you look at that though? How do you look at that?
Yeah,
Were you
I
looking
mean,
at Tank ducking Loma?
Do you
at
feel
that
like
time?
Tank ducked Loma during those years after he became champion for the first time?
Yes, I do. I do.
And do you feel like this is the right time to fight Loma? Do you feel Loma's past his prime?
I mean, Lomachenko's still.
Lomachenko.
So he is past his prime, but like he's still a high level fighter. He's still elite. He's still when I watch him versus Cambodia, I'm like, man, this dude is still.
But you still think Tank beats him?
Yeah, I do. But I mean, I think he could pose some problems or some issues to Tank that we probably ain't never really seen before. So
But you wouldn't, if he were to beat Tank, you wouldn't be shocked.
no, I wouldn't. But that's why I was disappointed in the way that he's moving because like with his skill level, you supposed to be anybody could get it up. You feel me? Like he ain't moving like that. So.
Right. Does it upset you that, you come to 130, as soon as you got to 130, people were putting you in pictures with the 135ers, and you barely did anything at 130 yet. Grabbed straps, became unified, went up to 135, and now people are like, oh, why don't you fight Teofimo? Why don't you fight Devin? Why don't you fight this guy? They want you to 140, and you trying to solidify yourself at 135. Does that upset you?
I mean, nah, it don't really upset me. It just let me know how good I am because any weight class I go to, if I go to 140, they gonna next be saying, oh,
147.
why you don't go fight Boot
Fight
Simmons?
Javon Ennis. I know it.
Hey, man, I'm not fighting that bitch. But nah.
But you could fight at 140. If the right fight presented itself, you would go up to 140.
Yeah, but I'm really naturally a 35 pounder.
35 pound.
If the fight makes sense and it's big enough to where I'm getting, because this is a business. People act like it's not a business, but it's a business. We want to get paid.
Right.
We want to go in the ring, fight for what we worth. You got 100 people trying to take out of our pockets, and we the ones going in there risking our life, putting on for the fans. So I want to, if it makes sense, and it's somebody that's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like me versus Isaac Cruz. How much money would a fight like that generate?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a big
we're
name.
seeing that he got some
He got
good
big
fans.
It would generate a lot of people just because I talk so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His fans would want to see him beat me.
Yeah.
They would love to see that shit.
It's interesting you say that because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, you requested that fight a while back and he turned it down.
Yes.
Right. Like that was an offer the Top Rank made to
Yeah,
PBC.
he was one of the guys that said no, and he still letting y'all know right to the media. Like, can I say the things he say?
Say what
All
you
right,
want.
like what? Like
I'm
what?
saying,
What
like,
he
if I
says?
go out there and be like, I want to fight this guy, I'll fight this guy, I'll fight this guy, but I'm gonna use him for last.
Right.
I don't really. He's a boring fighter. I don't want to fight him. All he's gonna do is this.
You would get attacked.
If I say that, what would the words like say? Like, what would that be?
Yeah,
The world's going to crucify me. Oh, you're a duck. You're scared.
Right.
But Isaac Cruz couldn't do it in broad daylight, and nobody cared.
One time we was hanging out with Bud and we was talking about you, and he was saying, and we said, yo, you did something. I was like, you did something that reminded me of Shakur. He said, yeah, I got that from Shakur.
I know what you're talking about.
Right, all right, when you wave your hand, bam,
Yeah.
and you stick them. So can you name one thing that you got from Bud? Because you be around him a lot. Like, you out here, and I know you're going to be in the gym right after this with him.
Yeah.
So name one thing that you got from him.
It's a whole bunch of things that, like,
Like what?
I mean,
Specifically.
he is southpaw, right?
Yep.
So it's like hard to say that I got it from him because it be things that I
know.
came up doing, but
Right.
like, man, I don't want to show my secret.
Give us a little exclusive.
I gotta keep my my
arsenal.
bag.
You got to keep
Right,
your
right,
arsenal.
I
to yourself.
respect that. I
feel
respect
you on
that. Now look, I know I've watched you respond to this Boots, Ennis, and Bud thing before, but I'm hoping you would give us something, right? After his last fight in Philly, you were there. You said great things about Boots, no question
Yeah.
about it. But there were people saying that he got hit a few times, and that if Bud was to hit him like that, it wouldn't be a good night for him. Be truthful about who do you think will win that fight. Come on, bro. Give that to us,
on,
bro.
man.
Come on. I came around for us to ask because I would love your opinion.
This whole interview, he's waiting for that one question.
No, I just thought about that right now, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie, you ain't gonna get it out of me, but
Oh, man.
That's obvious.
I
That's
got
obvious.
nothing but love for Bud. I got nothing but love for Boots. I'm more closer with Bud.
Of course, than any other fighter,
Yeah,
right?
but
But you were saying this with the
I
Errol
came
Spence
up-
story early on, when it was actually about Errol Spence, you was like, I got love for Errol.
I
ain't gonna
do.
give you nothing. When they
Guess
got closer
what?
to that
yeah,
fight,
but you
hold on.
gotta realize once it's fight time, it's like
All right, so if
you
they were
gotta
to
be
fight, then
with
you gonna pick your side.
your brother.
No doubt.
You gotta rock with your brother, like, regardless, no
So
matter who he
it's
fight.
safe to say that if they ever fight, you know what side he
I'm gonna be with my brother
No
for
doubt.
sure.
No
But
doubt.
it's weird though, cause like I came up in it like amateurs with Boots, and I've been around Boots, and I got like mad
Yeah, so y'all cool,
love for
right.
Boots. So it's like, truthfully speaking,
Do
like
you want them to fight, or because of
no,
that you don't want them to fight?
Because of that, I don't want them to
Right,
fight. Like, I
right.
don't want to be
In the
right
middle of
there,
that.
like
Yeah.
what the fighting each other. Like,
You gonna be in the back dressing
And I
like,
also feel like it's just two different eras for me. Like I feel like, yeah, they here at the same time, but it's two different
I
eras.
agree with you. I don't
agree
think
with that.
Bud should
But-
fight Boots.
Is here, he done did his career, he done did everything that he's supposed to do, and now it's Boots time coming behind him, and they kind of remind me like of each other with like their
In a way, I
mentality, the way they switch, the way they think, like they kind of just remind me of
Very
each other.
simple, for
Yeah.
sure. Now, before you get out of here, can you address all of the negativity? The Mace, the Cam'rons, anybody online that has a following, an influence, address what they've said about you.
It ain't really nothing to say. They say f me, I'm still saying f them, and I stand by that. And ain't nothing gonna change the way that I feel. So
You would never squash, if somebody in your camp reached out and said, yo, Mace and Cam kind of want to have a conversation and squash the beef, or is it
it
past
can't
that?
be nothing that's just like, oh, somebody called and they said no. It gotta,
Gotta be
be
them.
no. It gotta be. We gotta get on the phone. No, they don't even. However, we gotta get on the phone and we gotta talk about it.
You
and
and
really
Mason, you and Cam.
have a real conversation. It can't be, oh, this like it gotta be a real conversation. It gotta make sense.
And then you be open to that.
It just gotta.
You know
make
why
sense.
we asked that? Because just like you said, they talking about a black person, you know, in a negative way. We want to see black people love each other and support
Yeah.
each other. So hopefully that can happen one day.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right?
Yeah.
Yo, appreciate you, brother. Much love.
On our pound for pound list, one of the best fighters in the world, our guy, Shakur Stevenson.